In Chapter 6, we're going to be talking about law for health professionals. Keep in mind, most issues that come up as a health professional are going to be considered civil law cases. There are a few exceptions. Some practitioners in healthcare have been accused of criminal charges with regard to assault, but those are fewer than those that are of civil nature. Civil complaints will be those of neglect and that type of thing that we talked about in the last chapter. Keep in mind the plaintiff in a civil case is going to be the patient or the patient's representative or family. The defendant is going to be the practitioner, the provider of the health care. A subpoena is an important term. Subpoena means that we have been called by the court to provide records or to appear as a witness in a court case. The other term to keep in mind that's very important is the statute of limitations. Statute of limitations means that if something has been discovered from a prior surgery, there is a limit of time that can pass before the patient would be out of the timely filing for a lawsuit. So statute of limitations means that from time of discovery to the time the lawsuit is filed can't pass the time, the limitation. In the state of Colorado, a plaintiff or a patient would have 2 years to file a lawsuit from the date of discovery of the wrong in their case. In Chapter 7, we talk about public duties. There are a lot of duties to the public that must be done correctly. Some of these are what we call reporting requirements. Patients who've been diagnosed with communicable diseases or who have certain types of injuries, the physician is bound to report those to the state health department and or to the police department if it happens to be something like a gunshot or a stabbing. Births, deaths are also reportable occurrences or events. Reportable diseases and injuries are just one of the many things that we have to keep in mind with regard to patient care. Child abuse, elder abuse, the physician would be in a position of being a mandated reporter or a mandatory reporter. There's also, unfortunately, incidences of intimate partner violence, or IPV for short, where it can be a heterosexual couple, it can be a same-sex couple. It doesn't matter if the patient and the partner have some sort of violent past. It would also be of concern. Also in Chapter 7, we talk about the Good Samaritan Law. Good Samaritan Law was put in place to help encourage healthcare providers who are outside of their normal place of employment to come to the aid of people that they might encounter in their daily life outside the office. So Good Samaritans, again, are covered and are not liable for injury to the patients they may try to help as long as they practice, again, within the scope of their training and never do more than they are trained to do. So it's very important, if you act as a Good Samaritan outside of your place of employment, that you remember that and don't do things that you're not trained to do. For if you do so, then you could potentially be sued.